I never imagined that the woman I vowed to spend my life with, the one I pictured growing old beside, could dismantle my world so completely. We had shared 6 years together, 3 of them married, creating a life that, from the outside, looked flawless. Dinners with friends, colorful vacation snapshots, lively game nights with other couples, all painted a picture of happiness. But beneath that polished surface, something had changed. She grew distant, her attention constantly glued to her phone, her answers sharp and evasive. Even the simplest questions brought a flood of unease. I discovered her betrayal not through suspicion, but by sheer accident. One evening, with my phone dead, I reached for hers to call my mother. Before I could dial, a notification flashed across the screen. Can't wait for tonight. My stomach twisted, my hands trembled. Nausea washed over me. I confronted her that night. At first, she denied everything, brushing it off. But when the evidence was undeniable, there was no remorse. Only a casual, "It just happened." The pain deepened a week later when the man she was involved with, let's call him Dean, showed up at my door. Tall, arrogant, brimming with smug confidence. He looked down at me as if I were beneath notice. With a smirk, he said, "Look, buddy, you're out of the game. She's mine now. You can either walk away quietly or try to stop me." I froze, unsure whether he sought a fight or to humiliate me with words. Either way, the impact hit hard. I shut the door, refusing to stoop to his level, but something inside me sparked. I wasn't going to disappear silently. I might not be a fighter, but I wasn't powerless. The next morning, I contacted a lawyer and began the process. Divorce, asset division, everything precise and by the book. I wasn't seeking revenge. I wanted my dignity back. What they didn't anticipate was my methodical approach. She had been charging their hotel stays to my credit card. I gathered every piece of evidence, receipts, messages, location data, and included it in my divorce filing. My attorney confirmed the case was airtight, and the court agreed. She didn't walk away with half of our assets. She got far less than she expected. Dean's smug expression vanished when they were forced into a modest apartment, unable to maintain mortgage payments. The commanding figure he projected crumbled, his income unreliable at best, coming from odd jobs and questionable side hustles. Meanwhile, I focused on rebuilding my life, piece by piece. Friends who had drifted during the turmoil returned, admiring my restraint. I spoke no ill of her, avoided conflict, and channeled my energy into recovery. I worked out, explored new hobbies, traveled, and rediscovered the joy of my own company. Slowly, the hurt transformed into quiet strength. Months later, she texted, "I miss what we had. I made a mistake. I left it unanswered." There was nothing more to say. Her betrayal taught me that loyalty can't be demanded. It must be mutual. I had given everything, and she discarded it for a fleeting thrill. As for Dean, he reached out once, claiming he wanted to make things right. I ignored him. He made his choices, just as she did. I refused to give them the dramatic confrontation they craved, a spectacle to feed their egos. A year later, I hardly recognized the man I had once been. Too trusting, perhaps naive, maybe deliberately blind. Now, I am stronger, sharper, and more determined. I've learned to notice warning signs and honor my own worth. The greatest triumph of all. I didn't need to shout, fight, or throw punches. I didn't need to confront him to prove my value. I demonstrated it through composure, strategy, and unwavering resolve. In the end, I walked away with my pride intact.